And it's PLB with MLB News, back with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about some teams, some MLB teams that could already be ruled out of the playoffs. So if you like this kind of content, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you will get notified whenever I upload a video. Link to my other channels in the description below, and let's go ahead and get into this video. So the first team that I think we can rule out of the playoffs is the Boston Red Sox. Now currently they're 13-27, 14.5 games back. 3-7 in their last 10, 7-16 at home, 6-11 on the road. So this team's just not good this year. They've had some disappointing hitting. Their pitching's been terrible. I don't think their hitting was expected to be good. But, I mean, their pitching was not expected to be good. Chris Sale's been out. Eduardo Rodriguez is out. Both are out for the season. They're just not good this year. I think they're looking ahead to next year. They didn't fire Sale at the trade deadline, so they still do have some hope for next year. Another team is the Baltimore Orioles. They're currently 17-21, 9.5 games back, 3-7 in their last 10, 8-15 at home, and 9-6 away. I just don't think this is a team that is competing for the AL East, much less the playoffs. Obviously, they possibly could since the AL West is super weak. Well, not. I was thinking they were in third place there for a second. Obviously not. But they're just not a team that's ready to compete. They have to go without their best hitter in Trey Mancini. He's been out for the whole season, and they've been pretty good. Next is the Kansas City Royals. They're currently 14-25, 10 games back, 7-11 at home, and 7-14 on the road. This is just not a good team. I mean, it's simple. They didn't fire Sale at the trade deadline too much. They could have traded Greg Holland. They didn't. They only traded Trevor Rosenthal, and this team is just ruled out of the playoffs. They started off slow. They've kept just being bad. Next is the Detroit Tigers. They're currently 17-19, 5.5 games back. They're 5 games back of the third place team, 9-10 at home, and 8-9 away. And I feel like at the Labor Day point of the season, you could pretty much figure which teams are contenders and which teams are kind of done. In a regular season, obviously, it'd be 162. This season, 60. So the season's almost over, if that makes any sense. Next is the Texas Rangers. 13-24 record, 10 games back. 3-7 in their last 10, 9-10 at home, and 4-14 on the road. They have a big struggle on the road. This team's just not ready to compete this year. Next is the LA Angels. They're 14-25 right now, 10 games back, 5-5 in their last 10, 9-12 at home, and 5-13 on the road. Just like the Rangers, they have a big problem on the road. Next is the Mariners. They're 16-22 right now, 7.5 games back, 7-3 in their last 10, 8-8 at home, and 8-14 away. So this team is, I just don't think they're ready for the playoffs, honestly. Next team is the Washington Nationals. They're 13-24 right now, 9.5 games back, 2-8 in their last 10, 6-13 at home, and 7-11 on the road. They're just not very good this year. It's simple. They're not very good this year. Next is the Pittsburgh Pirates. Obviously, the Mets, I think, have a make-or-break series coming up with the Phillies, who are currently in second place, who are 9-1 in their last 10. But the next team is the Pirates. They're 12-25 right now, 10.5 games back, 4-6 in the last 10, 7-12 at home, and 5-13 on the road. This team's just not good. Their best hitter from last year, Josh Bell's struggling. Any good player from last year is struggling. Brian Reynolds is struggling. Joe Musgrove is struggling. So many players are struggling for this team. They're so bad. And the last two teams are in the NL West, the Arizona Diamondbacks for one. They're 15-24 right now, 14.5 games back, 2-8 in their last 10, 9-9 at home, and 6-15 on the road. Next is the San Francisco Giants. They're 18-25, 11.5 games back, 5-5 in their last 10, 9-9 at home, and 9-12 on the road. I think they're a team that can make the playoffs, especially with 8 teams. But I think they're a team that just isn't ready to make the playoffs, if that makes any sense. And a team that's ruled out of their division, I think, is the Rockies. They're currently 11 games back. I still think they can make the playoffs if an NL East team doesn't really start doing well. but they're 11 games back in their division, 5-5 in the last 10, 9-12 at home, and 9-8 on the road. So they're not a team that I think is going to make the playoffs this year. Yeah, so those are the teams that I think are ruled out of the playoffs as of right now. If your team's played every game, they've played 39 games, which is quite a few. The season feels like it just started, but it really hasn't. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll get notified whenever I upload a video. Link to my other channels in the description below. You've got PLB Basketball News, PLB. Make sure to check those channels out. Yeah. Those are the teams that I think are ruled out of the playoffs as of right now. I think we did about 4, 6. We can rule about 10, 11 teams out of the playoffs right now, which is quite a bit. And then with 16 teams, that rules that gives you 3 teams that are kind of borderline there. Yeah, but that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Let's try to make sure you drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you will get notified whenever I upload a video. And you will never miss out on a video. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back with more videos soon.